There's no reason you won't be going up to like the higher ups.
Brad, thanks for coming on the podcast. Who are you and what do you do?
Thanks for having us, Jack. So my name's Bradley Gilman. I'm a SDR at a company called Entr Tech, and yeah, I've been there for about 2 or 3 months now.
Great stuff. So I know you really well. The listeners and the viewers don't. So would love to hear your journey and how you broke into software sales to where you are now. So take it right back to maybe school and university. Who were you? You know, what was your aspirations and how did you end up where you are today?
Yeah, fantastic. So taking you back to school, God, it was a long time ago now. Yeah, so it's about 2013 I left school. So yeah, I was 16 years old. Come out of school, like most kids probably didn't really know what they wanted to do in the future. So I had my legs up on the settee one day. My dad come home from work. He went, "Son, you're not doing that. You're going to come work with me." So I started in construction with my dad at the age of 16. I was lucky enough to find myself an apprenticeship. So I know a lot of young kids now are struggling to sort of find
100%.
apprenticeships, work, coming out of school. So yeah, I was fortunate to get that apprenticeship. I did that for 4 years. So by the age of 20, I was a fully qualified fitter. I used to install like ventilation. So it's called ductwork, heating and ventilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's quite a niche. It's quite a niche. If you're not into construction, that's quite like a niche part of construction to do.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So like your typical construction would be like a labourer or I don't know, electrician, plumbers you've heard of.
Yeah.
So the way I used to explain it to people is, if you've ever seen the film Die Hard,
Yeah.
so it's when he's crawling through the ventilation. I used to install that stuff.
Nice.
And the film was ruined for me because obviously installing the ventilation, there's too many stuff in the way for him to be crawling around, and
you're probably going to collapse or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a job, and at that age, I just wanted money. I wanted to go on holiday with my friends, and at that age, you don't have any care in the world. You just want to go enjoy yourself.
Work hard, play hard. Sort of
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the age of 20, I was a bit okay. I know that I want to go traveling. I knew that I didn't want to stay in construction.
Yeah.
But I thought, look, it's got to pay for me to go do what I want to do at the age of 20
100%.
onwards. So after I finished my apprenticeship, I'd done my first month traveling.
Yeah.
So me and my best friend, we went around Europe. So we flew to Croatia.
Okay.
And we got an interrailing ticket.
Nice.
We went from Croatia, we done Hungary, we done Prague, we done Slovakia, Slovenia. So we've done all the Eastern European countries.
Yeah.
Nice and cheap.
Yeah.
And we sort of ended up in the more expensive countries. We went to Germany, Holland, Belgium.
Nice.
And we finished on Oktoberfest.
Nice.
I know that's coming up pretty soon. So I'm like,
yeah.
do I get tickets to go back out there again?
Wow.
So,
So you did a lot of traveling then, and you probably thought actually that gave you a buzz or a taste for where you ended up right in Australia.
Exactly.
I guess probably the taste of the nicer things as well. If you ended up in the nicer countries,
exactly,
you probably thought, okay, this is quite fun, and obviously traveling's not cheap. So, talk to me about your move to Oz then, because I lived in Oz when I was 18, 19 for a year, and funny enough, I was doing like bricklaying and construction in the holidays. I was like a rugby coach, gardener, teacher. So I worked in a school, and we were paid pretty much peanuts, probably like 400 US. Aussie dollars every month.
That is peanuts
every month. But we had free accommodation, so that was just to go out and enjoy ourselves and see the bigger lights of Sydney.
Yeah, fantastic.
But we went up the coast and did lots of traveling. So, but I know it's not it's not the cheapest city to be in if you're in Sydney.
Yeah.
But the construction workers, they get
a lot of money. Yeah.
So you must have been quite a fun time. And were you out there for work or was it just travel?
I did. I'd done a year's working holiday visa. And funnily enough, I went out there and I thought, I want to try something different.
Yeah.
Obviously, being in construction for like 9 years, I thought, do you know what? It's like it's a new break for me.
Yeah.
Let's just see what else I can do.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting online. I was like, oh look, it's a sales job. I've heard one of the boys leaving construction to go into sales. I was thinking, yeah, I fancy myself doing that. I was quite confident. I feel I'm quite a people person.
You really are.
So yeah, I signed up for put the application forward.
Yeah.
And they called me. So before I even flew to Sydney, I was in Brisbane.
You're in Brisbane.
So I stayed in Brisbane. Before I even flew to Brisbane, they was like, yeah, we really like your personality. We want to give you the job. I was like, oh, fantastic. So I had a job as soon as I landed.
Yeah, sick.
So it was great. And then me me and my ex, we did struggle to sort of find a place to stay. So I had that on my back, thinking I can't start work until I find a place.
Yeah.
So I went out there, managed to find a place, went and had the initial onboarding, and it turned out to be door-to-door sales.
Nice.
I weren't really sure. They tell you, oh, it's up something marketing.
Yeah. Looks a lot smarter than it is.
Yeah, it sounds a lot
there,
smarter.
like,
So
yeah.
But yeah, so it was door-to-door sales, and yeah, I just loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, not knowing anything except from construction, and then we was going in having team meetings in the morning, and they're getting us all pumped up with practicing our pitches. And then I remember the first door that I went to, I was absolutely cacking it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm going to really struggle here. And I had another lad with me. He's like, go on, you can do it, you can do it. I was like, all right. So he's pushed me forward. And he's like, I'll stand behind you, and if you struggle, I'll jump in. And when I knocked, nothing.
Yeah.
Knocked again, nothing. He went, oh, they're not in. So I've done it, and it was 10 doors.
Oh, geez.
10 doors without an answer. So I was thinking,
your heart's going.
I'm going, sort of by the next one, I was thinking, like with the 11th one, I was thinking, oh, they're not going to answer anyway. I knocked, and they come, and I was like, just spurting out my pitch. And to be fair, she went, and what we was doing was basically changing the energy providers. So they got exactly the same energy, but all they was doing was switching the logos to a cheaper price.
Right.
So what the pitch was basically, look, you're getting exactly the same electricity.
Yeah.
All you're doing is switching this logo here. They'll show you the bill, that logo there to this logo here on my shirt.
So it's a no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer. You're saving Aussies like $100, $200 a year on their electricity.
Nice.
So yeah, if you manage to find like a bill or receipt where you could save money, that most times, 9 times out of 10, they was going to buy it off you.
100%. So
yeah, it's fantastic. We used to have a lot of team days on the Friday, going down the pub.
Yeah. And
I thought, this is fantastic. I really like this. And then sort of the 6 months that I planned to stay in Brisbane come to an end. And I was thinking, I don't want to go back to like doing construction again. I've got a bit of sales experience now. So what could I do? So I booked a flight up to Bali. I spent a month in Bali, and I taught myself how to code websites.
Nice. I was just in Bali actually.
Oh, was you really? Nice.
In June.
Whereabouts did you stay?
Stayed in Uluwatu in the south, and a bit of Seminyak. But
nice.
My dad works in the hotel industry, so before.
Oh, really?
When I was probably 18 to 22, my parents lived in Bali, so I know it well.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think I've been to Bali twice now, and where did I stay? Canggu. Canggu. I was in Seminyak for a bit as well. Kuta.
Nice.
I call
Kuta's quite wild.
Kuta is I like to refer it as Aussie Magaluf.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to a mad place in Bali and just
it's good when you're young. It's good when you're young.
Exactly.
When you're sort of towards your I'm in my 30s now.
Yeah.
You sort of want
nice
areas. But it's good fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I love traveling. I thought traveling was, and I knew I wanted to get out of my system whilst I was young.
Yeah.
It was funny. I used to make videos of me like jumping off boats and into waterfalls and things like that.
Yeah.
And my mum used to repost them on Facebook, and I used to see her friends going, "Oh, I can't wait to like me and my husband go and do that." I was thinking, are you really going to be jumping off boats when you're 60? But yeah, fair play to they do. Yeah. But I wanted to do it whilst I was young. I love hiking, I love climbing mountains, and I thought if I can do that whilst I'm young, you never know what like age you're going to make it to.
Yeah, of course.
So you think, sod it, do it whilst you're young, enjoy yourself, and then obviously when I come back, I knew that I wanted to stay in sales.
Yeah.
And
you probably got that taste if you're coding or doing websites.
Yes.
Seeing, okay, I can be working remote or almost in the digital economy, and actually, if you're pairing up working in tech or doing tech with sales, it makes sense to be in tech sales. So we get a lot of people coming to Entr Tech because they might be technically gifted or might be sales gifted, but you almost had a bit of both, I guess.
Yeah. I'll say I was tech gifted. I weren't really. HTML and
I'm being
CSS,
you up here.
They were quite easy languages to learn. And then I've just used the drag and drop one after, so I kind of cheated. But yeah, so obviously the way I was doing that, so I spent the next 6 months traveling the rest of Australia. So I flew back down to Melbourne, done Sydney, went back up to Brisbane, went to Cairns, and then flew across to Perth, done the Outback. So I've done the full shebang.
Yeah.
It was always a country I really wanted to do when I was younger as well. But along the way, I was then cold calling companies within the area.
Nice.
I managed to land a couple of clients through I think one was Instagram, Facebook.
Really?
So
Well, this is for your own business.
This was for the
your website.
yeah,
business.
oh
wow.
the website.
Okay, so you really are going out and doing your own sales and
exactly.
literally
So
turning up at random cafes and.
I turned up to I think there was hairdressers in
Really?
Brisbane, and I went took all pictures for her, and it was
Really?
fantastic. The website came out really well. I was so impressed with
job.
myself. But
Wow.
yeah, so I thought it's a bit of extra money whilst
Yeah.
I'm traveling, and I was enjoying myself.
Also quite funny once you've done door-to-door sales, like you sort of get over that fear of knocking on a door or approaching someone, and actually it sounds really cliche, but it becomes sort of second nature, and
It does.
it's the best form of getting stuck in. And not be funny, lots of people that get into software sales did door-to-door sales. Like I did door-to-door sales for a year,
you mentioned.
and actually you realize actually it's way easier to do it on the phone or via LinkedIn or whatever. Like software sales is a lot easier than being door-to-door.
Multi-channel approach. That's what they keep preaching at my company at the moment.
Really.
But yeah, I think that's the beauty of that day and age. You can reach people, like I said, through a cold call, through an email, through LinkedIn. There's so many channels, and if you've got something of value, it's fantastic. Like
100%.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners, I guess we're diverging. You got back, I'm guessing from Australia. You got back to London.
Yes.
And then was that close to where we met?
It was. So
you're in Spain for a bit.
I was in Spain. So I come back to London.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was thinking to myself again, I don't want to go back into construction. I thought I can find a sales job now. I've got some sales experience. Obviously the web's design didn't take off the way I wanted it to. So I thought, yeah, let's have a look. So I remember being on Google and I was typing in sales jobs. I was looking at a few of them, and then again, it was more like door to door or like on the street, sort of trying to sell to people. And
there's a lot of rubbish jobs out there as well.
Some tough ones.
Yeah.
And then I see Entr Tech, and I was thinking, what was this? And then I see tech sales. I was thinking, I've heard that's really good. I've heard, and I remember I felt watched a YouTuber before talking about like SaaS sales.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've heard that's a great industry to get into. So obviously, I think I've reached out to you then.
Yeah. And
then straight away, as soon as you started telling me about the industry, I thought this is fantastic.
It's amazing because there's a lot of American people on YouTube, and probably should be more myself or other people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of unknown still. I mean, it's becoming more mainstream now, but it's still in the UK very unknown as like a career path.
Yeah.
So it's quite good that you understood what it was when you reached out to me and we first spoke.
Yeah.
But immediately I could tell. What was quite funny, I remember you were in Spain on like a balcony. I can remember like the terracotta tiles. And you're somewhere like, living a life, probably tanning at the same time.
Yeah.
But I could tell you were super engaged, had done your research, and you're probably literally one of the most naturally gifted, I guess people person or sales person I've ever actually
thank you.
Met or come through the program, because you're very outgoing and you build connections super easily. But yeah, how did you find coming on the program? Because I know you did a lot of research before you came on, and we first spoke. And actually, it's a great cohort we had. Who was it? Hugo, Pooja, lots of really good characters.
Yeah,
exactly. So actually, really nice group. I think it was quite a big cohort. Actually,
I think it was about 12 of us.
I think it was 12. And at the time, that was like probably one of our bigger ones. It's probably about 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
it was September. So 24 months. So how did you find that experience? And well, I guess what did you learn? And tell us about your journey so far as well.
Yeah, so I think the course was fantastic. Obviously, was it 6 or 7 weeks?
Six weeks of live sessions. Yeah.
And by the end of the 6th week, I'd landed my job.
Yeah.
So I know I couldn't have done it without it either. I think week by week, obviously building yourself up. I did speak to someone you put me in touch with the other day, asking me about the course. I said it's also about the network that you build whilst you're on the course. Like now, I wouldn't be where I am without you, without like Rana, who took the course I think a month or two later.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously the industry experts that come on. I was looking back over the course work the other week actually. I was thinking, I can't talk everything about it.
Love that.
And I was looking at the emails that you helped us do one week, and then obviously the cold calling, LinkedIn. That's like my bread and butter now. I'm living off that.
100%.
I would never known how to use that.
Yeah.
So it was weird because at my first company, it was an industry where they weren't on LinkedIn. Where now I've come over
the prospects.
Yeah, the prospects. Okay. It was a lot of cold calling. So I was dialing 50 to 60, maybe 70 dials a day.
Really?
So it's very phone heavy company.
Yeah.
So I didn't really use LinkedIn Sales Navigator as much as I thought I was gonna.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
then
it's so powerful as a tool.
I've started using it here,
Scary.
and it is the best thing I've
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the best thing I've ever used.
Is
And
it
Rana showed me how to use it
really?
properly. I was
Yeah.
thinking, this is what I was missing out on before. But
It's nuts. It's
Yeah.
nuts. Like there's so many features that keep coming out,
I
and
know.
even as a course creator or programmer bootcamp,
Yeah,
just trying to keep up with it. Even all the new releases, it's mad. All the AI stuff.
insane.
But if you can master LinkedIn, you can pretty much do, I'd say, even half the job
Yeah,
as an SDR. But we'll go on to like cold calling, and I guess you mentioned changing companies. But how is it when you found your first role? Because there's some really good coaches, I think, on that cohort you were part of that were on like the talent team. Like I think we did quite a few sessions with Tenable.
yeah,
I think Dan was
yeah.
quite
Tenable.
helpful.
Yeah,
Dundale.
he's fantastic.
So yeah, I had a call with him the other day. He's
Oh, no
top.
way.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
top. He's
I
top.
was gutted because I did reach out to him, but I don't think they had a role at the time
Yeah.
because I was so pumped up to go work for
Yeah,
them.
what a good company.
Obviously, yeah, it
But
was a
that
fantastic
exposure
company.
to people like that, it's immense. But yeah, tell me, how was the interview process? Because did you
Yeah.
get your first role? Talk to me about, I guess, applying to roles, because it's quite foreign for a lot of people listening in. A lot of people like watching, listening, want to know what it's actually like. So how was the journey for you to break in?
Yeah, definitely. It's tough. It's a tough interview process. Obviously, when I'd done my apprenticeship, that was the only interview I've ever done in my life, and I was 16 years old. So I've never interviewed. And again, the course was fantastic because they told you how to present yourself within the interview.
Yeah.
What each stage is roughly going to be like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the first few interviews I done, I was nervous. And then I think as you start knocking them off one by one,
Yeah.
you start growing.
Yeah.
And you start
You sort of know what you're talking about.
exactly.
And you're like,
exactly.
okay, this is.
And then
Yeah.
again, when you're in the interviews, they're so curious about Entr Tech, and they want to know what you've learned on the course. I think the most powerful thing about the course as well is you've took time out of your life and to study for 6 weeks intensively to get into this position. So you could be interviewing against someone who's been in the industry for, say, 5 years. Okay, you think, well, he's going to get that over me because he's got all this experience. But it's not all about experience. That's what I've found.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies that are willing to take a punt on people. If they've gone and put the hard work in, they're going to think, if that person's taken 6 weeks out of their life to sit and really get into this industry, then why not give them a go?
100%.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is based on obviously application, how you come across on interviews, your soft skills, building like rapport with people, like good connections, which you do really naturally and really well, and authentically. So yeah, it's powerful, and also you do stand out if you've done, a program like ours, which is great and all that good stuff. So how was your first role? Because obviously we'll go to where you are now, absolutely smashing it. And excited to hear more about that, because it's a space I used to sell to private equity firms, VC firms, software.
Great industry.
So yeah. So we'd love to know like about the private markets, but let's go into your first role. Like, how was it getting in? Obviously you've done door-to-door sales before.
Yeah.
Was it a London-based role? How many times in the office were you? Like challenges, setbacks, great stuff about it.
Yeah. So obviously, I think I'd done about 3 interviews and landed my first role with a construction-based software, and it was a great transition for me. Obviously, coming from that industry, and then moving into tech, but speaking to people that I was speaking to on a day-to-day basis already, I thought, this is perfect. Why not go here? So I took the role, and yeah, it taught me a lot, especially being phone heavy. I think I can't thank him enough for making that my first role. That it was phone heavy, because it's only helped better me as I've gone on into like future roles or new companies. But yeah, I learned a lot. Especially sort of the corporate world again. I come from a construction background. It was a London-based company. I was 2 or 3 days. No, I think 2 to 3 days. It was 10 days a month.
Nice.
So 2 to 3 days a week in the office. The travel weren't too bad. The people were fantastic. I was always going for beers on a Thursday.
Nice.
It was quite a young team. So yeah, it was a really good place to like get that initial SDR experience. But I knew I was hungry to go push on and go for like a better, maybe not better
100%.
industry, but like an industry that
Yeah,
I wanted to be in.
there's more growth in as
More
well.
growth, exactly.
It's quite interesting because we get a lot of people coming through the program and they say, just make sure you do the SDR role for a minimum of 12 months. Lots of things will open up.
Definitely.
Funnily enough, even after 6 months, you get people coming back to me and saying, Jack, I've got an offer for another company. What should I do? And the offer's like 10K more than they came in at. So like
Exactly.
it's mad. Like
I know.
as long as you're in the industry and you have pretty 6 to 12 months, a lot of attention will come towards you on LinkedIn from recruiters, talent leaders, sales leaders, because it's so hard to find good people in the industry, and the hardest part is breaking in.
Definitely.
So I remember you telling me you had offers coming your way, and that's quite interesting to hear.
It was
What kind of wild offers were they, like, percentage wise on top of what you were earning?
This one offer, it just blew me out of the park at one point. It was like 60 grand with 40 OTE, and I was thinking, that's like 100 grand. That's a lot of money for an SDR role. And I'm thinking, but it was still the company was still fairly new, and I'm thinking, do I stay there? Do I not? No, I said stay there. Should I take it? Should I take it or should I not? And I knew that I wanted to be at this company where I'm at now. I met with Osama. I know his mentor on the Entr Tech program.
Osama's been massive. If he's watching this, or anyone who's been on the program, Osama's been amazing. Worked at Oracle and career switcher as well. So he can sort of buys into the career switchers that come through our program. And he's hired, obviously, you, Rana, and he works wonders with mentors and coaching hours with our program. So working for him, so that's great. But how is it? Like, how is it working there? And
fantastic. It's the best place I've ever worked at.
Really?
And as soon as I got there, the first week, there's a young intern. She was there for 6-7 weeks, maybe a bit longer actually. And she was like, "Let me show you around the office." And she's like, "This is the beer fridge." And I was like, "There's a beer fridge. This is brilliant." Like, we like to celebrate. We work hard and we close deals, like big deals here. And we like to celebrate. So
I couldn't believe it. It's just quite similar. I worked for a US firm. My first tech sales job, first SDR job, was in Shoreditch, working for a US firm in the private market space, basically selling portfolio management software. It was insane. I turned up. There's a pool table in the lobby. There was same, like a beer fridge, like lunch area. There's even a PlayStation. I was like, this is absolutely mental. Like, this is nuts. And I was like, this is so cool. Bear in mind, I didn't touch the pool table for the first 3-6 months.
Oh, don't worry. I got 7 ball the other day. I was like, I ain't been back there since.
But I couldn't believe it. I finished work one day, and I was walking around the canteen area, and there's like one of my managers playing PlayStation, like at 6 o'clock in the evening. I was like, I'll have a game of FIFA.
That's
but like that you can't believe, like, the perks as well of working in tech. And for US firms, they pay better. So I say to everyone, if they're looking to break into tech sales, try and find a US firm that works in London, because the salaries are going to be higher. The perks are amazing.
Definitely.
I mean, you get
I was fortunate. I was fortunate enough to go to Vegas not long ago for a big sales kickoff.
Unreal.
And it was proper American as well.
Really?
They had the big light shows going on.
Fireworks.
Basically. But it was fantastic. And they've just said, like, we like to, like, reward the sales team, and if you work hard, we will reward you with trips. And even, like, mention Rana again, he's been on multiple trips since he's been there because he's working hard. And
he's been to New York, and he called me in from Dubai.
He's flying out on I think it's on Monday or Sunday. He's doing another trip in the Gulf.
Really?
And in Dubai, Saudi Arabia.
It's amazing. And if you find the right firm, they'll allow you to travel, even though, like, at an SDR position. Like, I was flying out to, you're going to Super Return in September.
Where's that?
It's in Berlin.
Okay,
but they do Super Return. It's a big private markets festival.
Oh, no way.
My first week I was going out there. I was sent out there with my other sales director or my account executive, having a right tear up, just getting stuck into, like, the bratwurst and the Riesling wine at the event. But that's where you network and get business cards. But I loved it. Like,
fantastic.
Couldn't believe myself. I was doing door-to-door sales. Within 2 months, I was being flown out to Berlin, even Amsterdam, New York. Like, within the first 18 months, got 2 trips to New York.
Unbelievable.
For, like, a sales kickoff training. And
so good.
Yeah.
And that's what I sometimes think to myself. I pinch myself thinking, God, you was on a building site where it was hammering down with rain, freezing cold. And I used to think, what am I doing in my life? And then I've been so fortunate to find myself at a company that just looks after me. And that's what I always wanted.
Yeah.
sort of.
And deep down, you
Yeah,
knew that
that I
you
could do.
get
Yeah,
exactly.
and obviously I
Yeah.
didn't take the stereotypical going off to uni,
Mm-hmm.
getting a degree
Mm-hmm.
sort of route, and I never let that stop me.
Yeah.
I thought, well,
That's important.
yeah, I thought it's the same with everything. I think going into interviews, you've got to back yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got to believe that you're supposed to be there. I think I was telling you before, like we started chatting today, that I've done a presentation the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done a presentation in my life,
Yeah.
but where I was taught so well at my first company, that's cold call, and I've come over here and it was a different style to the way they've been cold calling here.
Right.
So they was like, oh, why don't you show everyone how you doing it?
Yeah.
And I've got up and I'm shaking and I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
It's completely normal.
it's and
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, I've never spoken in front of anyone before.
Yeah.
And
once you start going,
yeah,
you sort of
I
flow.
did. And then as I started going through the slides, and then they started throwing questions at me,
Mm-hmm.
I started getting into the flow. And I'm like, oh, okay. And
You know what you're talking about. And
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Great, yeah.
It's what I've got to practice what I preach. Is what I do on the calls.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was strange, and yeah, I think I've got another one planned for the end of the month. We've got our head of sales flying over from America.
Nice.
And yeah, we're going to do a big training sales workshop.
Love it.
So
yeah,
it's
you bring the energy. If you're working in places that you bring the energy and the energy's there, it's great, right? It's a good environment.
Exactly.
And also, you mentioned if you do well, you get rewarded. There's things called President's Clubs. So if someone's listening here, if you do well within the year, they send out like SDRs, account executives, like the whole sales team that hit or achieve quota or do better than achieving quota. They go to crazy places like, I was flown out to Barbados, Los Cabos in Mexico.
Nice.
Sadly, that one was cancelled because of COVID.
Oh, no.
But even San Francisco, like the travel in tech sales is insane if you do well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I was speaking to that Oliver the other day, or I don't know if I mentioned his name. Well, that lad the other day.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Yeah, he was asking me like what it's like to be a good company, because he said to me, like, I don't want to go for a startup. I don't want to go, not. He said, I'm not knocking them, because if you find yourself in a great startup and you go far with them, you can work your way up so much quicker.
Yeah.
And you can be on a lot of money very quick. But he's like, I want to be an enterprise company, exactly sort of where I am now.
Yeah.
And I said, they're fantastic. Like you said, the perks, the benefits you get. Yeah. Healthcare, everything.
Yeah. Also, the people, like,
so many.
you working with like smart, interesting people, intelligent people. You're building out your like network. Yeah. You never know where people are going to crop up 10 years later down the line.
Exactly.
But it's quite fun as well. Like you're having fun as well, which is cool. Especially if it's a product that sells well and it's a market leader, which I know yours is.
Yeah. And that's the beauty as well of calling up and mentioning where you're calling from.
Yeah.
So I'm calling from Entr Tech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know them.
Literally, Deal Cloud win every deal that I used to speak to as a sales director or SDR. So even my last job in SaaS was selling a CRM. It was Backstop. Now it's part of Ion Group.
Yeah.
But they used to sell similar sort of CRM software. But Deal Cloud would always be in the conversations. Like how? Do you know what I mean? I can imagine all the leads are coming inbound as well. So I guess having you guys doing outbound, it must be a machine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fantastic.
And what's Osama like as a manager? Not to put him on the spot, but
put him on the spot. He'll love this. He said we will be after this because I'm going to big him up so much.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. He will actually scream your name from like the rooftop. Yeah, if you're doing well,
champions you hard work.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can tell he's someone who's very, I guess, loyal.
Yeah,
if you put in that.
If you it's exactly. It's like if you put the hard work in for him and show that you're doing well for him, he's gonna. There's no reason he won't be going up to like the higher ups saying Brad's done this or Rana's done that or another CDA's done this. And he's fantastic. And I think if you work hard for him, he'll make sure he'll get you to where you want to be.
100%.
And I think I'm hoping for myself, I'd like to go down the seller route. I want to become an account executive.
Nice.
Because obviously some of the money the account executives can make, especially a company like Deal Cloud, Entr.
Especially there's so much opportunity. You can sell the CRM to, even lawyers, and it doesn't even have to be finance firms, right?
There's so I'm in the financial sector,
Nice.
so I sell to like private equity, investment bankers, where there's professional services as well. So you got accounting, consulting, and legal. So there's so many like
Huge.
verticals to sell into.
Yeah.
But yeah, and every vertical sees it as one of the leading products within in the market. So most people have heard of you. So
Exactly.
it makes your life so much easier.
So much easier.
It does.
You're not getting told to like F off on down the phone. They actually
Exactly.
want to hear what you've got to say, right?
Yeah.
That was cool. How was Vegas?
Vegas was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time. So the sales kickoff, as I mentioned before, proper American.
Yeah.
I
it's almost been like an NFL draft.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I imagine an NFL draft to be, like massive stage.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
everyone coming up and getting each other riled up.
I went to Vegas a few years back, and I used to see like the Americans, and they'll be suited and booted. And I'm like, we chatting to them. Oh, where are you? And they're like, oh, we're at a work conference, man. I'm like, oh, nice. Like, how does that work?
Random,
And then a few years later, I was doing one, and
yeah.
it was brilliant. And then like it was like full days. So you'd wake up at about 6.
Yeah.
So you'd be down having your breakfast at 7. And you go right through to like 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But they'd be like workshops. You'd be doing role plays. They'd be doing like breakout rooms where you got your certain verticals that you're working in. They'd be talking about what the plans are for FY26.
Yeah. They are long days, but they're
very long days.
They are fun as well. And it's quite an important time to put yourself out there, like your personal brand.
Definitely.
If you're coming through the company, right?
And that's one thing I've always said. Like, I ain't afraid to talk to anyone. And I'll be chatting to someone, and I'll be turning around and go, oh, who's that? And like, I was Rana, because I was so new. You're like, oh, that's like, he's a top CEO. And I'm thinking, oh, really? I was just chatting to him as a normal person, but I just think that's how you should be.
100%.
It's great. It's a great opportunity, like you said, to build your personal brand.
Yeah.
And I think if you're yourself, and you're just genuine, most people.
Nice.
Yeah.
And did you get a chance to see the sights and sounds of Vegas? Do you stay on for a day after?
We did. So we booked an extra night. We stayed down the Old Town.
Nice.
I've done Vegas a few years back, so I stayed on the new, the new strip, like the Bellagio, and I stayed at MGM Grand.
Nice.
And it was quite expensive. Like all the tables, like £5 buy-ins.
Really?
And then I'd done a day out to Old Town. It's called Fremont Street.
Okay.
And I think it's like $1 buy-ins, and I think, it's so much better. So before, obviously, we flew, we booked a hotel, and we had a night out down the Old Town, and we won £500 before the night even started.
Yeah.
So then we was like, let's go get as much drinks as we possibly can.
Yeah.
We got drunk and just had a great time.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. Yeah. So it was fantastic, and I'm hoping that it can then go on to do some more traveling.
Yeah, 100%. That's the perks of the job, isn't it?
Exactly.
Good stuff. And what advice would you have for someone looking to break in? So someone maybe like yourself that didn't go down the university route, no degree. What advice would you give to them to get in and do well?
Yeah, I would say just put you all into the course. Be fully immersed into it. Be fearless. Be fearless when you're doing interviews. I've read a quote before. It's rejection is a chisel to perfection. And if with sales and interviewing and all, you're always selling yourself in life.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a ton of rejection in interviews. You might not. You might be lucky and you land a job on the first time. Fantastic. It's the same with sales. It's the same thing I do every day. I'm always getting rejected on the phone. But the more and more rejections you take, the more you learn how to overcome an objection.
Yeah.
Or rebuttal, whatever you want to call them.
100%.
But that's what I thought. It's such a powerful quote. It's just, I'd say go all in.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the rejection, because you grow into the person that you're going to become.
100%. And I guess what's the best 3 things for you about working in tech sales?
Wow, that's a big question. Obviously the travel opportunities was fantastic. I think that the hybrid working is beautiful. There'll be days I'll be like waking up and I won't be too well, and I think I can't travel in, but I don't mind you working from home.
You still work.
Yeah, exactly. Or play football. I might wake up and my legs killing me. I think, but I'm quite fortunate I have Mondays off, so I can get back into football again.
Really?
When I was back on the building site, I thought I've got to give up football, because I was getting injury, and then I'd be limping around site.
Yeah.
Being in like an office now, or working from home on a Monday, I've got time to chill out a little bit. Probably the hybrid working, and just the opportunity to earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
finding
that.
myself at this sort of company with this caliber,
Yeah.
and I can really
You see the path to progression.
and that's I think a lot of people take the course. They want to they want to be in an industry where they can see themselves earning a lot of money.
Yeah.
With where I was in construction, I kind of got to be a fitter, and I could have been a supervisor. But apart from that, I didn't really want to go into sort of the office base of construction. I don't really know how to explain it.
Like an office-based construction job.
Yeah, it's you're kind of frowned upon from the people who are out actually fitting. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I don't want to lose that sort of with my peers.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%. I get it.
Yeah, so I'd probably say they were my three biggest.
100%.
They're fantastic.
I'd say that those are the three. If you're asking me, it's the sort of location freedom, or was it time and location freedom, because you're not working crazy hours, the earning potential, and what was the last one again? Yeah, I think that's two.
Earning a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
We got it.
Travel,
and travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. It's a great industry to be in.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard because you find that I found that I went in for the sales side of things. I know I want to stay in sales, but a lot of people do the SDR role to then transition into other areas of the business.
100%.
And
not many people know that.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And there is a CDA, or we call them CDAs, Intap.
Yeah.
But yeah, like SDR at Intap, I think, a lot of them, they go over to like marketing or solutions engineer. There's so many avenues. It opens up so many avenues into the company.
100%. Like the SDR job's perfect because you've built your personal brand, you understand the products, you understand the internal teams and dynamic, how cross-functional teams work.
Yeah.
And then you can, as you said, go into marketing, product. There's so many options, but lots of people don't know. They think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to be in sales for the rest of my life. Sure, like that's probably the best SDRs are gonna be in sales, long term.
Yeah.
But it's a really good way to get in. It's a really it's the back door into a lot of these, really, really high tech firms, right?
Yeah, I just thought didn't put, obviously Pooja was on my cohort.
Pooja,
She didn't even go into this. I was going straight into client success.
Customer success.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's account management, customer success. Yeah. So it shows I think we're seeing a lot of that. We're releasing a customer success program. Cohort coming out.
How's Entr Tech going anyway? I haven't asked you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're getting there. Obviously, always challenges and things coming up, but I think we've been going on like 3.5 years now. So finally seeing the fruits of the labor. Obviously, seeing people like you do really well. Yeah. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, like a revolving door. If you do well, the students do well. They get hired. More companies want to hire from Entr Tech, and obviously more students then want to come on the program because they've heard great things. So I guess it's always been the same, trying to really focus on getting people jobs. So there's no point in just doing a program and learning sales, still really cool, but actually how do we get loads of people into the industry? So that's what keeps us busy.
He's a real deal. He'll get you a job.
Try my best. But no, it's good. We've got a small team now, so hopefully next year is going to be even better, sort of breakout year, but go well. But great to catch up, Brad. Where's the best place if people want to reach out and find you?
Reach out to me on LinkedIn. Feel free to.
What's your full name?
Bradley Gilman. Gilman. I don't know. How does LinkedIn work? At Bradley Gilman.
I'll put your LinkedIn down in the bio. But really good to see you're doing well. And for the listeners, it's quite interesting. So you said you were 16 as an apprentice. What do you mind sharing your age now?
Yeah, I'm 28 now.
28.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm 29 soon. So
pushing 30. She broke in at 26.
Yeah, broke in at 26. So I come back. I think 25 is a strange age. I turned 25. I was like, I'm not a kid no more.
Yeah.
I kind of don't need to think about where I'm going in the future.
Strategically,
and then I come back from Australia, and I thought, let's not go back into construction. Let's try to find another route in life.
Yeah, I think I was like 25 when I broke into tech, 24, 25 I think it was. So similar age. Yeah. It's actually perfect because it was almost like get your head down, and if you really want good things to happen in tech, there's no better option, right? If you just get your head down, work hard, things open up.
That's it in life, isn't it, really? Yeah. I think if you work hard, you get rewarded. So.
Yeah, and believe in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good stuff, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers, Jack. Thanks for having us.
Good stuff.